The thing I love about Spanish the most is that it allows me to kind of explore stories and narratives in a language that is not native to me. So I've been able to be exposed to stories that I otherwise would not have been exposed to and kind of understand things in a deeper way. In contrast to those having been translated into English, I can better get a sense of the author's intent, the author's style, so that's been very enriching for me. My name is Lillian Hammerstrom and my majors are political science and Spanish with a minor in English literature. I'm from Clovis, California, and I attended Clovis High School. So in the fall, I will be attending UC Davis School of Law and pursuing my Juris Doctor. So I'm studying law with the goal of becoming an immigration attorney and working in public service in the Central Valley. I'm a member of the Smittcamp Family Honors College, which has provided me with a full-ride scholarship to Fresno State. And throughout my time at Fresno State, I have been involved in several conferences. For example, I was selected to present at UCMLA last spring for the English department, in the fall for CISA for the English department, and I will be actually presenting this semester at UCMLA within the English department as well. I've received a couple of scholarships. I know the Clarence and Dorothy Wilson Scholarship, the Risa Rodemeyer Global Culture Scholarship that helped support my studying abroad. I received another College of Social Science Study Abroad Scholarship. Most of those scholarships were within the College of Social Science and Political Science, but they've also supported things that I've done with the College of Arts and Humanities. For example, the COS scholarship that helped me study abroad. That actually, I believe it's the Peter Klassen Award, that helped me study abroad in Spain. Since my other major is political science, a lot of my internships have been very legislative and legal focused. So I've interned at City Hall for Councilmember Maxwell. I've also interned for Congressman Costa a couple times. I've also been a student assistant at the Maddie Institute, where part of my job is to help translate scripts for our Spanish television show, so that's been super fun. The Maddie Institute, it's a nonpartisan public policy institute, and we have a weekly show called the Maddie Report, and part of why I was hired on, because I'm a Spanish major and I speak Spanish, is to help translate shows for El Informe, El Informe Maddie, which is our Spanish language television show, and I help generate ideas for that show as well. And currently I'm working at the Public Defender's Office as an intern. I think studying abroad was probably my favorite memory at Fresno State. I studied abroad in Madrid, Spain last spring, and that was just like basically a life-changing experience. I don't know anyone who studied abroad and it hasn't been a life-changing experience, but for me especially, it was just a great chance to enrich my Spanish and also like my understanding of Spanish culture. So I was living there, I was getting all my meals, I was making all my meals, I was having to put together my entire life there. So adjusting to that was extremely difficult, but so rewarding because I was using my Spanish on a daily basis and kind of learning the culture, the different interactions, the ways of interacting among the Spanish, which is pretty distinct from the United States, as you can probably imagine. So that was really interesting, but also challenging. I would say that the thing that I've been most proud of is finding ways to generate creative combinations of my majors. So when I first came into college and I was majoring in political science and Spanish, a lot of people turn their head, they're like, what are you doing? Those are so random together. But they have been so helpful at the same time. I've just been seeing all of the politics in Spanish and all of the Spanish in politics and kind of see that come together. For example, my research project for the College of Social Science Honors Program, I'm actually doing it on Spanish language disinformation in the United States and political news media. So I'm being able to see how Spanish and the use of the Spanish language can be used to both distort and support communities and distort messaging as well. So that's been kind of interesting to see how those things can combine, and that's kind of feels like an accomplishment for me because I was worried about how I would do that going into college since the majors are so different, but that has personally felt like one of my biggest accomplishments. Oh, I would definitely thank Dr. San Martin was very, very instrumental in actually helping me figure out that this nomination even existed. There was an issue with my major requirements, so it didn't show up that I was a senior on transcripts and stuff. So she was very instrumental in making sure that I had the opportunity to be nominated, and she really advocated for me. And she's my research advisor. She even studied abroad with me. She was in charge of the program in Madrid that I was doing. So she's just been so helpful to me throughout my undergraduate career, and I would thank her. And of course my mom. My mom's been very supportive. She's the one who encouraged me to add on my English literature minor because she's an English teacher. So yeah, so she's been really supportive as well.